Alright guys, here is Pepper's first start or Pepper's first click.
Extinguisher.
Let me double check a fuel leak. Make sure. Yeah, we're good. Alright, click it once.
Fire extinguisher. Okay, keys in the ignition.
Lights.
Got an oil pressure light. Got a brake light.
Roll this window down if you can. Well, that's a good sign.
No smoke anywhere.
Let's just give it a minute. Did I ever tighten this? You did. Alright. Yep, they work. Go for it. Stop. This thing, the battery terminal is getting hot on this one as well.
Sorry?
The battery terminal is getting hot on this one as well, but that wanted to start. Did you hear that? Try it again.
So fuel through, make sure there's no fuel leak.
Don't start. Fuel's looking good. I don't smell a drop anywhere.
Okay.
Not starting. Let's make sure we're getting fuel.
Pull a plug, see if it's wet.
I'm just gonna crack the top of an injector. Or crack the top of this rail here. Yep, fuel. Spark. We're gonna flood the oil with gas. It's got gas. Got plenty of gas.
Plug, see if we got a spot. Could be flooded.
Could be, but why would it have flooded in the first place? It should have started. Now it could be flooded. Smells like gas.
Where's the gas?
Smells like gas. Doesn't smell like a ton, but pretty gassy to me.
Got a faint whiff of gas. It's got some gas in there.
That could be what it is.
Well,
It doesn't feel like the plug wires are engaging all the way. Feels like they're being... Yeah, I don't think the plug wires are engaging all the way. At least not in the... Yeah, because they go significantly further in there. So we need different plug wires.
let's see if we get a spark on that.
No, it's not, I'm telling you. Because I can feel it like click in all the way when it's out, but when it's in, the metal shield is stopping it from going in all the way. All of them are wiggly on the ends of it, and that makes sense why we're not getting a fire at all. They're just barely touching. I feel it moving around.
Different plug wires.
Yeah, I'll go take the ones off of what's it called.
Change them one at a time so you put the right one in the right place.
Whoa, we've been here, done this one before.
Remember, this is the distributor that we didn't know was good or not.
Yeah, but maybe. But I think these plug wires aren't connecting all the way as well.
Those are the same wires.
Yeah, I'm gonna try connecting it and see how it feels. I don't remember peppers feeling that way before. Yeah, I guess so.
See?
Could just be the
Okay, so pull the plug and let's see if we get a spark.
When we were getting a spark before, weren't we with Peppers? Or with Penny's old one?
Right, but we got a different distributor in here. This is the one that I tried to fix, remember? It's the one we fucked up. So let's see if we get a spark. And then if we're getting a spark, we need to look and see if we got all the plug leads in the right place.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. No, these aren't connecting. I can feel it.
They are.
They're not. I can feel it.
The other ones do the same.
No, because when I click these ones in, I have to forcibly try to get them out. The other ones, I can pull, I just baby pull them, and they come right off. They felt wrong the second I put them on. They didn't feel like they were tight enough. It goes 1, 3, 4, 2, right? And this is where it's pointing.
Follow the lead from where you disconnected number one, just disconnect it back. And make sure you use the same length lead to replace it. One should be the longest one.
The thing is, I know these worked because these came off a running car.
Yeah. Just run them over the top for now. You don't have to clip them all in. And 3. Two should be the second longest lead, not 3. Three's going to be the third longest lead. Are you switching out number 2 or number 3 now?
Number 3. It goes 1, 3, 4, 2.
Right. So 3 should be the third shortest lead. And 4 should be the shortest lead.
Well, now I'm doing 2. Oh, sorry, you're right, 4. And then 2.
4 should be the shortest one.
Well, that could be our problem.
Put them on good.
Yeah. Yeah, so whatever the distributor is pointing at is number 1, right?
No, because the engine's not sitting at top dead center. Just change the leads the way we were doing. You're doing number 4,
Yeah.
which is the shortest one, and then you do number 2 as the last one. get them mixed up.
Too late for that.
And the last one you do should be number 2.
You tried to fuck me up there.
So the way that head was
1,
on.
3, 4, 2.
No, this was 1.
No, it wasn't, because this one was plugged into the last one. You had me fucked up. You had this one plugged into number 2.
When
You
I
did.
had the engine at top dead center, this was number 1.
I'm telling you, this one was plugged into number 2 right now. So I just redid everything
So
to
this
match
one
that.
should be number 1, and you've got it on number 2.
You had this one going to the very end.
Listen. When the distributor was lined up at top dead center, this was number 1. That's what I had.
I get what you're saying.
This is number 3. This is number 4.
I get what
this
you're
is
saying.
number
That's
2.
what I thought. I walked over here. This one was hooked up to the last one, which is number 2.
No, the last one is number 4.
No, it's not. It's 1, 3, 4, 2.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4 are the cylinders.
Oh, the firing order is 1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4, 2 is the firing order. Now you
Gotcha.
fucked it all up again. So this should be number 1.
That's what I was saying. Just put it in the top dead center.
I just told you to swap 1 lead at a time. Yeah. Wasn't difficult. Swap 1 lead at a time.
It would have been 45
There's
seconds
number
if you
1.
just put it in the top. Well, you can't do it like that because it's not top
1,
dead center.
2.
You're wasting your time.
I don't need to. I know what the order was because I'd already marked it beforehand when
But
it
it's
was
not
at
at top dead center.
It's not now, but that doesn't change where these should be
So
now.
then that's what I said. I said so. It's 1, 3, 4, 2, and you said no.
1,
You said it's
3,
not a top
4,
dead center.
2.
Yeah, I would have done that. And you said no, it's not a top dead center. So I
No,
stopped doing it.
you were starting to. You were going like, what? No, where's it? You pulled the rotor off.
Yeah, to make sure it's, if this is pointing here,
Okay.
it should be 1, 3, 4, 2. That's what I said. And you said no.
Not once the motor's off top dead center.
But that's what you're going off of now.
No,
So then,
when I put this on, it's physically in
that's
place.
what I'm saying.
When this was number 1, that's not going to change because the rotor's
So
turned
that's what I'm
around.
saying. I said if the rotor's pointing right here, this is number 1, and you said no. That's what I asked. I said if the rotor's pointing at this, that's number 1, 1, 3, 4,
No,
2.
only when you're at top dead center.
So then how are you doing it right now?
Because this hasn't moved. The engine turns.
But that's what I'm saying. How is it any different than if I were to do it 45 seconds ago?
Because you know idea where the engine is set.
The
The
engine's
rotor
not-
can be pointed anywhere.
I know, but I checked and the rotor's pointed and it was lined up.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't tell you.
Okay, but I'm still not understanding. If you're going to set it at 1, 3, 4, 2, how is it any different than if I was going to do it 45 seconds ago?
Because the difference is I had everything set up at top dead center. I knew
But
that
I
was
know
number
you.
1.
But I'm saying now you can't just do that now because the engine's not a top
yes,
dead
I
center.
can. Because it hasn't changed because the
So that's what I'm
engine's
saying.
turned
So
over.
I could have done that 45 seconds ago and it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, only if it was at top dead center would the rotor be pointing at this one.
But it is still, and it's not a top dead center. It's not a top dead center and it's pointing at there. But that's because it's 180 degrees out.
No, 180
not.
degrees out would not.
But either way, you're not answering my question. If you're doing that right now, that was the exact same thing I was going to do 45 seconds ago.
Yeah, but you were looking at a rotor when it's not set at top dead center. You're missing the point. We set everything up top dead center.
I get what you're saying, but I was saying
and it was pointed
1,
there.
3, 4, 2, and that's what I asked.
Right. But that's not the way you hooked it up.
Well,
you
then
had 2 hooked up here.
Well, I come over here, and this was hooked up to the last one. 1, 3, 4. That's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
4.
Okay, that's what I said. You said no, not 1, 3, 4, 2, so I got confused.
No, you had number 2 hooked up here.
That's because I asked. Because I started moving them all. I said, "Is it
Right.
1, 3, 4, 2?"
I told you not to move anything. I said take 1 lead and replace 1
I was
lead
going
at
to
a
just
time.
take them all off and do 1, 3, 4, 2. Is that not the easy way of doing it?
Right, but you started here.
No, I didn't. I started here, and then I asked.
No,
and
because you
said
had
no.
number 1 hooked up here.
Yeah, that was only after I asked you, "Is it 1, 3, 4, 2?" and you said no.
Okay, 1. That's 1. 3. This is 3. So that's 3. 4. This is 4. So this must be 2. Let's put this on 2. Where the fuck 2 is? Let's see it. In there somewhere. Okay, that's in 2. Okay, we're on 1342. It's had a chance to drain fuel, so it shouldn't be fucking around. Let's see if it'll start, and then we'll look for a spark on number 1. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay, plan B.
Go for it.
Hold it close to something metal.
Yep. We have a spark. Timing's wrong.
Okay, so something's wrong with it. So let's crank it back to top dead center.
It's not mechanical timing. Mechanical
No,
timing's
I'm
right.
saying let's put the mechanical timing back and let's recheck the electrical.
Let's just swap distributors.
Well, I want to recheck it and make sure we have these hooked up, because we've done this wrong before, where we thought number 1 was and it wasn't. Because we were getting spark and we couldn't figure out, and it was because they were connected up the wrong way around. Number 1.
Number 1, right? Come on. Fucking
This back on. Okay, so we're getting a spark. So, where's our top dead center?
Watch out.
We're nowhere near. We need a big old ratchet. And remember, this is a different distributor.
This is the one that was broken.
And that, and it's also a different distributor. It's set up differently. Okay, we're getting close. Nope, that's it. Right there. Okay.
Can I still click over? Try and rotate it.
Can't, because it's connected to the... Where's the earth strap off of this?
That one doesn't have one.
Doesn't have one?
No, only some do, some don't.
Okay, so that's saying number 1 is on this corner. And we have number 1 as
That corner.
this corner here.
Yep.
So this goes right there.
So we have it right.
1, 3, 4, 2. So we have that
This guy
correct.
goes to 3. Yep. This guy goes to 4.
Yep.
That guy
And
goes
it
to
goes
2.
to 2.
So I think it's distributor. I'm gonna go fish around and find the distributor in the other car. Unless it's right here, but oh, it is right here. Score. Love that. Save me a fucking log. Now, Liz, you're 13. Pull that one out. You got the electrical and you have the vacuum on it. If this doesn't do it, we're calling that night. I have a feeling this is going to do it, though. I think that distributor has seen its last life. Okay.
Fucker.
What did you do? Drop it in the fucking...
Lost the fucking bolt down in the back somewhere.
Did it hit the floor?
I don't know. Yeah, fucking see.
That's alright. I've lost like 4 of those. It's a common bolt size.
Yeah, there's no rattling around in the fucking...
It'll rattle out. Don't worry, it's just
Fucking son of a bitch. I'm gonna try to break this gasket. Gasket kit.
an old one too. It's an old one that I'm playing cheater with. I'm using. Let's see. There you go.
This distributor has 2 vacuum lines on it, not 1.
Yeah, well, this was Pepper's original one. I think what we'll do is we'll cheat. We'll connect the one that we pinched off to the back of it for now. You know what I'm saying? Vacuum's vacuum in my eyes.
Okay, so we're at top dead center. So, number 1 is which one? This one. So it should go that way. Maybe that wasn't the mechanical top dead center mark on the flywheel.
It had to have been. What else on the flywheel?
Remember when we set it up? Maybe we indexed it wrong.
The crank or the flywheel?
On the crank, maybe that wasn't the top dead center mark.
Yeah, but number one piston's up. At the top, remember? And like I can hear it shooting compression out, you know what I'm saying? When you come up on number one, when the cylinder was out, when I had this plug out, I could hear it making compression, whoop, 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 and compressing out.
We're definitely getting fuel. We're getting fuel to the injectors.
Yeah, I cracked open the injector lines and fuel squirted at me. Squirted all over my shirt. It's gotta be spark related.
It's got to be timing related. If we're getting spark, we're getting fuel. It's got to be timing.
Distributor timing, maybe?
Distributor was lined up the way it's supposed to be. The only thing I can think is that that's not number one. So pulling that off's not going to tell you anything now.
I can like feel it making compression as it comes up to this. I can barely fucking turn it over. The piston's right at the top of the compression stroke. So it's not like it's not compressing it.
So that's lined up. That should be back on its mark again, which it looks like it pretty much is.
Where's the dash it's supposed to be pointing at?
It's that you can just see it under the plastic cover.
Yeah.
There's a little right here.
Yeah, you're right.
Put this cover on right. It's right there. So have we got a torch? Let's double check from this side.
I mean, this cap is
Yeah,
bad.
I mean it's pretty much
Watch
perfectly
out.
on it. Now make sure you put it on the right way because it can go one of two ways. Number
Yeah.
one should be
Number
this.
one is this one.
Is this one? So is that number one?
Yep.
Is this number 3? 3,
Yep.
4,
Four. Yeah, and two.
2. So if that's right, 1, 3, 4, 2. And if the mechanical timing's right and we're getting a spark, it should light because we got fuel. So that brings me back again to, is our mechanical timing wrong? Did we check if we're getting a spark with this one?
Try again.
Let's have a look and see if we're getting a spark.
The only thing I can think of maybe is the coil. That
Not giving us enough oomph.
that coil's not an OE coil, so I can swap the coil real quick.
Should be. What does this spark look like? Does it look like this strong spark?
Oh, big one. A little
Hey.
blitz, a little baby spark.
Does it look
Here,
as-
come trade jobs. I'll crank you. Look.
No, did we get as good a spark on the other one when we cranked it?
I think we got a better spark on the other car when we cranked it.
Could be the coil.
Maybe. Go for it. We're getting a good blue spark.
Good blue spark.
It's jumping all the way across the tip to the electrode.
It's not the coil. Have we definitely got fuel in there? Does that plug smell of fuel?
Maybe the injectors are clogged.
So I'm thinking, because, I mean, we checked there, but have we checked the injectors to see if they're actually fucking pumping fuel? That plug should be soaking wet.
Yeah. Let me crack another one and see if another one has fuel on it.
See, we got fuel on them all. But if we have a fuel on one, we should be getting a misfire.
Yeah. Lack of
Nothing's firing.
maybe it's a lack of fuel.
I don't think there's fuel actually getting into the cylinder. If there's not enough pressure, it's not gonna frickin'.
Those have all of those have plenty of pressure.
Right there. But what I'm saying is,
You think maybe it's hot, the injector, that's it. But all 4 injectors are clogged completely?
we can pull them and do the water ball test.
All 4 injectors? I don't believe that.
I mean, you're getting fuel there, but how much pressure do you have?
It's squirting out. Squirts all out. Like if my eyes were any lower, it'd be in my eyes. Plenty of pressure in that.
What about at the actual injectors themselves? If we pull an injector and put it in a bottle and see what we get? Just pull the number 1 injector, or whichever one's easiest to get to. Because by my mind, those plugs should be soaking.
That's what I was thinking. When I first showed it to you, remember? I was kind of like, this feels like it's not wet enough.
There's a couple of water bottles out of the...
This'll work. Perfect. Hang on. Whoa. Slow yourself there, pony boy.
Right?
Slow yourself there, pony boy. Go.
Right?
Yep. Nothing. How all 4 injectors clogged themselves.
Gotta be the CUs.
It can't be. It's got fuel to the lines.
Hey, but is it enough pressure? It's supposed to run at like 90 psi.
If I crack this line open, I bet fuel shoots out.
Well, let's see.
You ready to make a bet?
Well, fuel will seep out, but is it under pressure enough to open the injector?
If I push the tip of the injector with a screwdriver, shouldn't it open?
And no, that's not the way they work. So the injector is not producing pressure. So the only way to do this is to then hook up the pressure tester and see what pressure we're getting in the frickin' eject. Because all 4 injectors should not be fucked up.
Yeah, it's not that the injectors are dead.
It should run like shit, but there's not enough pressure to actually open the injectors. I think that's the problem. So what that means is, remember, if this fucking valve doesn't work, it says there's no air, it gives you no fuel.
Yeah, I'm telling you. You're saying there's no pressure.
Remember we can do the thing where we lift the bottom of this?
Yeah, try that then.
Yeah, take this off and let's lift the bottom and see if this fucking starts. Put the injector back in first. In fact, just put the injector back in the pump.
Yeah, it can run on 3 cylinders for a second.
This should start the fuel pump if you lift this. If I put the ignition on, doesn't that start the fuel pump?
Yeah, it feels like it works right. It's got push on it.
Right, well, let's find out.
Key it over.
I'm going to turn it and crank it, and you're going to hit that and see that.
Yep, go. It sprayed. It sprayed.
Hey?
It sprayed when I gave it gas. It sprayed.
That did?
Yeah.
This isn't working. Told you it's not giving you the pressure. It's saying there's
Try it again.
It's saying there's no air.
My question is, why isn't it firing? If I'm telling it it's got gas now.
Right, so put that injector back in, put the plug back in.
Plug was already back in. It should be running on 3 right now.
Should try to, but we get spray when you lift that, right?
Yeah.
Because when that lifts, it's saying there's more air coming through, and therefore it's up on the pressure.
Try it again.
So just lift it up and hold it up.
Well, try just cranking it for a second. Let all the gas cycle out of it, and then. Why is it not running?
See if we got any fuel in the...
There's gonna be shit tons of it.
Well, let's find out. Plug should be wet.
Yep. Now it's wet.
Oh yeah, now we got fuel going in there. Now we're not igniting the fuel. Well, maybe that's because there's insufficient pattern on the spray.
Maybe.
And it's not atomizing, it's just...
So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna put those 4 fuel
We're gonna
injectors.
hook up the whole K-jet system, see what pressure we're getting, do that bypass the fuel relay shit.
Well, I was gonna just put those 4 fuel injectors in and try to run it. That's 4 brand new fuel injectors.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. Today.
I'm not doing it today. I'm done.
It could be the system's vapor locked because it was drained.
We need to bleed the injectors. Maybe. That's what I was thinking. But that's why I bled that, because those got bled.
Right, but we haven't bled these. It could be air in the hoses.
Maybe. That's true.
What a fucking palaver.
We'll get it in the morning.
Well, nothing's ever simple with these guys. How the fuck did we get the other one to run when it hadn't been running? It was all completely new fucking parts and.
Well, to be fair, we've only spent 3 days trying to get a day trying to get it to run. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure we're right on the electrical side and the mechanical side. That just leaves us with fuel. And remember when we were going through the fuel. There's so many things can be wrong with the fuel on this to fuck it up. We put a new fuel pump in. Maybe it's too much fucking pressure.
No, it shouldn't be. Because it'd be coming out the injectors.
If that's the first test you do is the ejector test to see if they're spraying, and they're not spraying.
Yeah.
Now are they not spraying because the fuel filter's blocked and it's not passing enough fuel?
I don't think so.
That could be. Is that a new fuel filter?
The plugs are soaked with gas.
Yeah, now when we buy
So it should have ran.
when we lift it, but the thing is, not necessarily.
The spray is
the
bad.
fuel pressures are all fucked up. We're just getting enough. To
Yeah, but you don't
open
think
these.
it would backfire once? Click bang once? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm tired. I'm over it.
Tired of chasing fucking.
Oh, Pepper.
Chasing your own
We'll
tail.
get you tomorrow, Pepper. Let's think. None of the injectors work, so the only thing that controls all the injectors is this.
Right, it's the KJS system.
This has fuel, though.
Well, it only getting fuel. It's not. It's like it's not sucking air. See, that could be the problem. It's not sucking air. For some reason,
Maybe there's a vacuum leak.
a vacuum leak
It'd be.
would cause the. Yeah, it could be the vacuum lines are not tight enough, and what's happening is the engine's sucking air. No, the engine would still get air if there was a vacuum leak.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying maybe there's too
Maybe
much air.
this. Hey, wait a minute.